Now we are discussing the scattering by center potential. First of all, we are discussing the low energy scattering by center potential by the method of partial waves. The partial wave analysis can be applied when the energy of the incident particle is low. That means there is total energy is kinetic energy is total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Here the low energy means potential energy put as 0. The potential is central and it is finite range. In a central potential, the angular momentum of the particle is conserved, and thus we can consider the particle independently. In scattering, we can represent the incident beam as a plane wave. A plane wave can be considered to be composed of infinite number of components, each of which corresponds to the definite angular momentum. Each of such wave is called a partial wave. The process of decomposing a plane wave into a partial wave is termed as partial wave analysis. In center potential, the angular momentum of a particle is conserved. The expansion of a plane wave in terms of partial wave. We know the Schrodinger equation for a free particle is minus h square by 2 mu del square psi, that's equal to E psi, where mu is the reduced mass. E is equal to minus h square k square by 2 mu. Here we know that potential is V equal to 0, that's free particle. By rearranging this equation, we get del square plus k square into psi equal to 0. That is equation number 1. The solution to this equation is in the form of psi is equal to 1 by 2 pi whole raised to 3 by 2 e raised to ikr. Put equation number 2. We have the Schrodinger equation of a plane wave h psi equal to e psi, where h is equal to minus h square by 2 mu into del square. We know already. Then the solution of the Schrodinger equation, we can write psi of r is equal to rk of r is into psi lm of theta phi, where rk r is the radial coordinate and psi lm of theta phi is the spherical harmonics, that is spherical coordinate. In spherical polar coordinates, we can put del square as 1 by r square into dou by dou r into r square dou by dou r minus L square by h square r square. Here L is the orbital angular momentum. Then we can written h as h is equal to minus h square by 2m into 1 by r square dou by dou r square dou by dou r minus L square by h square r square. Then we already discussed the Schrodinger equation in the case of plane wave. So now we are discussing the case of spherical polar coordinates. So substitute the value of h in our Schrodinger equation, h psi equal to E psi. So h is equal to minus h square 2 mu 1 by r square dou by dou r into r square dou by dou r minus L square by h square r square into psi equal to E psi. Next we write psi of r is equal to rk of r and into psi lm of theta phi on both sides. Then we can expand as like this. On both sides, psi lm of theta phi can be cancelled. So this is because psi lm of theta phi is independent of r. So we get minus h square by 2 mu into 1 by r square dou by dou r into r square into dou by dou r minus L square by h square r square rk of r, that is equal to E rk of r. We can multiply by minus 2 mu by h square. Then we get like this: 1 by r square dou by dou r into r square dou by dou r minus L square by h square r square into rk of r minus 2 mu by h square E rk of r. By differentiating this dou by dou r with r square into dou by dou r, that and then some just rearrangement, we will get 1 by r square dou by dou r into r square. Dou by dou r can be written as dou square by dou r square plus 2 by r into dou by dou r, and then minus L square by h cut square into r k of r, that is equal to minus 2 mu by h cut square e into r k of r. Okay, and then we can put e is equal to h cut square k square by 2 mu. So by putting this value, we get here minus k square. Here L square is equal to, we know that L square is equal to L into L plus 1 h cut square. So we can put this value in here L square is equal to L into L plus 1 h cut square. H cut square can be cancelled. So we can get finally only L into L plus 1 by r square. Okay, and then by rearranging this, minus k square can be given here, that gives plus k square. So we can get dou square by dou r square plus 2 by r into dou by dou r plus k square minus L into L plus 1 by r square into r k of r, that is equal to 0. We get a Schrodinger equation, which is a linear second degree equation, is similar to the Bessel equation. The solution of this equation is called spherical Bessel function, that is JL of Kr. JL of Kr is the Bessel function, and YLM of theta phi is the spherical harmonics. So we have the general solution, psi is equal to JL of Kr into YLM of theta phi, that is can be put as equation number 3. Both the 2 and 3 are the solution of the same system, then in two different bases, and thus we can express as a linear combination of these two. So the solution can be written as e raised to I k r, that is equal to sigma L equal to 0 to infinity sigma L m equal to minus L to L, ALM of k JL of kr YLM of theta phi. The ray is along z axis, so we can write written as e raised to I k r, that is equal to e raised to I k z. By evaluating the expansion coefficient ALM, then in terms of Legendre polynomial, we get e raised to I k z r tends to infinity, that is equal to 1 by 2 I k r sigma L equal to 0 to infinity 2L plus 1 minus 1 whole raised to L plus 1 e raised to minus I k r plus e raised to I k r PL of cos theta. Put this equation number as 1. The first term of the RHS represented as the incoming spherical wave, and the second term can be represented as the outgoing spherical wave. In central potential V of r, the Hamiltonian can be written as h is equal to minus h cut square by 2 mu into L square plus V of r. Here the potential exists V of r. In previous case, we in the case of free particle, so here potential V of r existed. In spherical polar coordinates, we can write d square by dr square plus 2 by r into d by dr plus k square minus L into L plus 1 by r square minus 2 mu V of r by h cut square into r equal to 0, where L is the angular quantum number and mu is the reduced mass, we know. We can put 2 mu by h cut square V of r, that is equal to u of r. So our equation becomes d square by dr square plus 2 by r d by dr plus k square minus L into L plus 1 by r square minus u of r into r, that is equal to 0. Put equation number 4. The solution of the equation 4 is a linear combination of the Bessel function and the Newman function. Here the Bessel function is JL of Kr and the Newman function NL of Kr. So linear combination that gives RKL of R, that is equal to AL JL of Kr plus BL NL of Kr. So for r tends to infinity, JL of Kr, that is our Bessel function, can be written as 1 by Kr into sin Kr minus L pi by 2. And our Newman function can be written as NL of Kr, that is equal to 1 by Kr cos Kr minus L pi by 2. If AL that is equal to CL cos delta L and BL is equal to CL sin delta L, where delta L is the phase shift. RKL of R that is equal to can be written as CL cos delta L into 1 by KR sin KR minus L pi by 2 plus CL sin delta L into 1 by KR cos KR minus L pi by 2. We know cos A sin B plus sin A cos B equal to sin A plus B. General substitution. We know that then RK of KL of R that is equal to by taking CL as common, CL by and KR also. CL by KR that is equal to sin KR minus L pi by 2 plus delta L. Then the general solution can be written as psi k of R that is equal to sigma L equal to 0 to infinity 2L plus 1 I raised to L RKL of RPL cos theta. By substituting RKL of R, we get psi k of R that is equal to sigma L equal to 0 to infinity 2L plus 1 into I raised to L CL by KR sin KR minus L pi by 2 plus delta L PL cos theta. Then there is some derivation. We get final answer like this. During the derivation, we can put sin theta equal to 1 by 2i e raised to I theta minus e raised to I theta. This is the general formula. Put this instead of the sin theta. Here theta is equal to kr minus L pi by 2 plus delta L. And by some rearranging and some substitutions, we get final answer as like this. 1 by here this 1 by 2i can be written here. 1 by 2i and common 1 by kr taken common. 1 by 2i into kr sigma L equal to 0 to infinity 2L plus 1 into CL e raised to minus I delta L minus 1 whole raised to L plus 1 e raised to minus I kr plus CL e raised to I delta L e raised to I kr into PL cos theta. This become here we taken CL and e raised to minus I delta L as common from bracket, and then we get psi k of R that is equal to 1 by 2 I k R sigma L equal to 0 to infinity 2L plus 1 CL e raised to minus I delta L minus 1 whole raised to L plus 1 e raised to minus I k R plus e raised to 2 I delta L e raised to I k R into PL cos theta. Put this equation number as 2. The first part of the RHS is the incoming spherical wave and the second part representing the outgoing spherical wave. The incoming part of the wave function with or without potential should be same. That is V of R is equal to 0 or V of R exists. That is the first part of our equation 1. That can be written as 1 by 2 I kr sigma L equal to 0 2L plus 1 minus 1 whole raised to L plus 1 e raised to minus I kr. And the first part of the second equation is 1 by 2 I kr sigma L equal to 0 to infinity 2L plus 1 CL e raised to minus I delta L minus 1 whole raised to L plus 1 e raised to minus I kr. These two are same. So we can equate these two equations. By equating these two equations, we get CL e raised to minus I delta L that is equal to 1. So we can get CL is equal to e raised to I delta L. So our equation number 2 can be written as here put CL equal to e raised to I delta L. So that two terms can be cancelled each other. So we get finally psi k of R that is equal to 1 by 2 I kr into sigma L equal to 0 to infinity 2L plus 1 minus 1 whole raised to L plus 1 e raised to minus I kr plus 2 I e raised to 2 I delta L e raised to I kr PL cos theta. When we are comparing these two equations, this equation with our first equation, then the outgoing wave is shifted by an amount delta L. This is called phase shift. Thus, the effect of the scattering potential is the shift of the phase of each outgoing wave. Thanks.